Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Like I had said earlier at the introduction of my submissions, I cannot take for granted the kind and the weight that I have had and received from honorable members of this House along the motion that I introduced towards standardizing school uniforms and coming up with a government policy so that we can be able to bring some soberness in the industry. Honorable Speaker, the reason why this motion was introduced is because of the many complaints we have received as members of Parliament, especially during this time when we are introducing the junior secondary school in our primary schools. Honorable Speaker, yesterday I was in my village, in a village called Kamba, and I interacted with parents of Kanyore Primary School, one of the largest primary school I have in Githunguri, Githega Ward. And it was shocking for me to learn that most of the JSS learners are still at home because they cannot afford the new uniform that has been introduced. Remembering that they were in the same primary school, now they have graduated to JSS, the same primary school, but they have to buy new uniform. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, this is happening across the country. It is time for us to standardize and say, if you are to introduce new uniform, what material should we adopt? What quality? At what price should we not exceed? Because we have had schools that add profits on top of the basic requirement of uniform. A mere shirt that is worn by a boy, age 7, should not go beyond 4,500. In the market, the same shirt go for 800 or 1,000 at most. But why should a school dictate that a shirt worn by a grade 1, grade 2 boy be paid for beyond 4,500? Mr. Speaker, our schools are not business centers, but unfortunately they are becoming uniform business centers. Our teachers are not businessmen within the school compounds, but unfortunately they become active businessmen. Cartels of uniforms have come up. In my Githunguri constituency, parents are forced to go to Kiambu town, 26 kilometers. Yet we have a town in Githunguri where there are tailors. But our tailors are not involved in the making of the uniforms. A certain businessman who is moneyed has to influence the teachers to direct all the sales to their shops, and therefore rendering our tailors useless. Mr. Speaker, my motion towards standardization seeks the Ministry of Education to come up with a policy and guide on the quality, the pricing, the buying and the making, and even the color. Mr. Speaker, I have gathered a lot of contribution points from members here that we actually can standardize in counties. We can decide county 001, public schools can wear a certain color. County 022, like my county, we can standardize and direct that they wear a certain color, so that we stop this whole business of uniform vending across the county. I can buy uniform in Mombasa for a child who is in Nairobi, because tailors in Mombasa can make uniform in a cheaper way and make it cheaper for a parent. Mr. Speaker, I am one of those that came into this House for the second time as a member of Parliament, having campaigned along the bottom-up policy, and therefore I would recommend that we standardize uniform through the Ministry of Education so that we can allow our tailors in the villages to start making uniforms, open up the market, create competition, and lower the price for the Kenyan parent who is suffering. And therefore, I beg to reply. Thank you.